Our goal in the locker room and our team goal is to get better every day. That's the only thing you can focus on is the living in the moment and being present. And if we just get better every day, those are the teams that make runs. Those are the teams that win in February and March.
In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it fade. Ready, one, take one.
Welcome back from the break, Rams. If you think your tuition costs
Ready,
too
A.
much, think again.
Auto it.
CSU's Board of Governors proposed an increase in tuition last week by 3% for in-state tuition and a 4% increase for out-of-state tuition.
Coming back to
this
Naomi
means the difference
in
of a couple
5,
$1,000
4,
for students to pay the university
2,
each year.
1.
At a recent ASCSU meeting, the Board of
Ready,
Governors
3.
sought a response from the student body. After
on Tuesday. And for the first time in a long time, they were able to retain the lead throughout. Here's a better visual.
Auto it.
Bottom line is, Isaiah Stevens and John Tanjay were on, registering a combined 41 points between the two of them. Dang. And don't overlook this.
Coming back to Leah in 10, 9, 8,
it was nice
7,
to witness the pair
6,
step up in their
5,
roles.
4,
With a different dynamic,
3,
veteran leadership
2,
was absolutely
1.
necessary to take care of the dub, and they did just
Ready,
that.
B.
Now, how are the rest of the numbers compared with the Falcons? Let's take a look.
Auto it.
To put it simply, the Rams...
CSU men's and women's hoops hit the casinos for the Mountain West tournament. Hear all of the updates you need from the ground in Las Vegas.
The Power 6 conference tournaments are also in action this week. Here are predictions for each one in Hot or Not.
And finally, well, that's pretty much it. College basketball takes the podium tonight, and honestly, we're here for it.
All of that coming up on CTV Sports, which starts right now.
Regardless, it's exciting to see the chemistry and team dynamic in full swing so early. Outside hitter Malaya Jones also commented positively on the group's outing.
I think that we did a really good job just keeping the service pressure on them. We missed a couple in the beginning, but I feel like our hard serving really got them out of system. So I think that was a huge part. And also our block was really strong today. We've been working on it all spring. So I think just saying really penetrating at the block.
However, with the bases loaded and 2 strikes against her, Rams utility player Nelly Cerna came up clutch, ripping a shot to the left center field gap that cleared the bases, giving the Rams a 2-run advantage, and for Cerna, racking up a few RBIs to redeem a tough night on the mound. The Rams would bring another runner across home plate to capture a 13-11 victory in the series opener.
And actually, CAC's closeout won't just be me tonight because... it's going to be the 4 of us. The Tuesday night sports panel is here for a trip down memory lane. As the sun crossed the morning sky, the green and gold showed out. 2 Rams notched first place honors, Anna Petter in the women's 1,500-meter run and Keelan McNally in the women's 5K. McNally, for her part, set a new personal best and was closely followed by fellow freshman Isabella Procino. Sydney Peterson also made her name known, placing second in the women's 3,000-meter steeplechase. Welcome back from the break, Rams. Now, before we get into more CSU sporting news, we have a major announcement.
That's right, Leah, so stop what you're doing and listen up. I am pleased to announce, drum roll please, that the 6A high school boys basketball bracket has been released.
Now we have breaking news coming out of CSU football. Madeline Davis has the story. Madeline?
Thanks, Naomi. CSU starting running back Avery Morrow has been suspended from the team, the program announced earlier today. This comes 2 months after an altercation took place that led to his arrest.
New Mexico leads the tournament overall as Colorado State enters tomorrow 5 strokes behind Nevada and will be paired with the Wolfpack and Rebels starting tomorrow at 8:45 local time in the morning. Hopefully the Rams can climb the standings as the tournament progresses. And well, Rams, with that, we're going to take our first break.
When we come back, get the inside scoop on CSU club baseball team. That's coming up right here on CTV Sports.
But the story in this one will be CSU's defense. The Rams actually posted a higher efficiency on that side of the ball a season ago, so expect that to be the deciding factor in tonight's matchup. Now, while beating up on lower competition is, well, pretty fun, Colorado State's schedule definitely starts to get a little bit tougher like the women's squad. Nevada beat San Jose State twice, one by 15, one by 27. Let me do the math real quick. That's 42 points. 42. Wyoming, I mean, they got dump trucked by Illinois, 38-6. They have won the last 2 against Tulsa and Northern Colorado. They are playing at home. Ella, who are you taking in this one? I know you heard it during yesterday's show, but there's no harm in repeating it. The Rams won a combined 5-0 last week. Let's see if CSU can keep tallying up the W's beginning on Thursday. Thanks, friend. As you heard yesterday, former Nevada head coach Jay Norvell has been anointed to the same role here in Fort Collins for Rams football, filling the recent vacancy that the firing of Steve Adazio on Thursday left behind. They did beat St. Mary's, which is a quality tournament team, but they have gone 8-10 in conference, so they've been struggling. Yeah. But I trust them more than Wyoming, so give me New Mexico. We're going to advance to the quarterfinals now.
Although it may not be at the level of Texas, high school football is still a treasured pastime here in northern Colorado, and maybe even more so for the Lambkins of Fort Collins High School. The team currently sits atop the 5A Metro 1 League standings, highlighted by its 2 do-it-all superstars in Dorian McGarity and Dante Johnson.
Dorian's kind of our very quick twitch, fast, goes and makes a bunch of plays, and Dante's our very smooth, versatile ball hawk and defensive side of things.
And with this two-way play in mind, this dynamic duo must be a nightmare to game plan for, literally never coming off of the field.
Wherever coach needs me to play, that's where I'm at. We lose all 3 quarterbacks in one half of a football game, I'm at quarterback.
The mental toughness, determination, and team emphasis that both of these guys have rightfully earned each a D1 scholarship.
Ever since I started playing football, my primary goal was to be the first one in my family to go to a D1 school and play sports, and I achieved that dream, and it means like everything to me.
I mean, to have 2 is really cool, especially to have them go to the school that I went to. Dorian wearing the number I wore in high school and Dante the one I wore in college.
And what school might that be?
Yeah, that's right. Dorian and Dante will be CSU Rams next fall, following Coach Yem's path and becoming the first Lambkins to receive D1 offers since 2013.
It's just a perfect fit. Their hospitality that they gave me was awesome. The coaches made me feel welcome. It's a comfortable environment. My family, you know, it's close to home. Why not them? I even love the weather here. It's awesome. I don't understand why people wouldn't want to CSU, to be honest.
And the idea of playing together at CSU had to be an exciting prospect.
It started to kick in after I realized he's been offered. So I was like, wow, now I get to play with my homeboy at CSU at the next level. I was so excited about that. I was so happy.
Summer is behind us. What else does the end of August mark? You got it, the return of Rams volleyball for a highly anticipated 2022 campaign this fall. And after adding yet another Mountain West regular season title to the trophy case a season ago, it should come as no surprise that a veteran Coach Hilbert's squad is the preseason favorites to win it again this time around.
We've got a nice experienced group. Everybody but our libero and Sasha Colombo are back.
And this roster full of familiarity is sure to have an immediate impact on the court, especially when it comes to certain spots.
Me personally, as a setter, having so much experience on the team in the hitting positions, like we have so many seasoned attackers and they're all smart, amazing physical players. And so me being able to have that established connection with hitters and not having to relearn my hitters is so important.
These overpowering threats on the outside, combined with competent setting, is sure to make this Colorado State offensive scheme explosive. But, weirdly enough, that synchronization is the same exact area where the Rams will need to improve upon net presence.
We gave up a higher hitting percentage last year than we have in a long time in this program, and we have to get that back down.
To give you some context, last year CSU surrendered a hitting percentage nearly double that of 2019, which as a result also yielded a higher opponent kills per set rate and lower number of blocks. The upfront presence in 2021 was a far cry from where it was in 2019, a year that saw the Rams lose only 2 matches.
We've been doing a ton of blocking work, working on our vision and making sure that we're not just making moves, we're actually seeing and taking away space in the air.
Stifling the hitting efficiency of opposing teams will be crucial, and seeing how the early non-conference slate stacks up, even more so. But the Rams have an advantage. Moby hosting the first 6 matches, including North Carolina, Arkansas, and Florida Gulf Coast.
I think it's just so exciting that it's such tough competition and we get to do it at home. So, we're going to get our nerves out and get in our groove against these really high-level teams in our best environment with all the support of the community around us.
And following this initial home stretch, CSU takes to the road to travel to Waco, Texas for the Baylor Invitational, starting off with who other than the aforementioned 16th ranked Baylor Bears. Still, the Rams are more than up for the challenge.
When we go on the road for these non-conference games, it's going to be really good for us to practice and play against these tougher teams and maybe help our RPI.
Riding some much-needed momentum into Mountain West play on the heels of impressive non-conference wins could make for another 2019-like memorable season. And it all starts with North Carolina tonight at 7 p.m. Catch our coverage of all the action right here on CTV.